wait all day for 5, all week for Friday, all winter for summer, all summer for winter, all of high school for college, all of college for a job, and all of life for happiness, always waiting for the right time. But what's wrong with right now? We're always missing the moment in front of us by searching for another. Right now is a gift. That's why it's called the present.
You've lost again and again and again. The lights are cut off, but you're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day and saying to yourself, it's not over until I win.
Don't ask anyone what they think you should do. Make a decision. You're going to do this. You're going to get involved in this. I don't care if you have to go and borrow the money from your grandmother. You're going to make a decision right now, today, that you are never going to lower your standard of living. You have the potential that God gave you. You've got all the potential in the world. Anything anybody else does, you're quite capable of doing. But you've got to make a decision to do it. And don't worry about where the money or everything's going to come from. It'll come. When the mwahhhhhhh yogi decided to take transcendental meditation to the world, somebody said, where's the money going to come from? It's going to cost a lot of money. He said, wherever it is right now. When you make a decision, you'll always find the money. The way will always show itself. I want to thank you for giving me your attention. I think it's fairly obvious. I love doing this. I've really enjoyed it. I hope you have.
How cool is it that the same God that created the oceans, the mountains, and the stars, the God that created the entire universe, looked at the earth and knew it needed one of you. I'm glad you're here, and you make the world a better place. So smile, and the next time you think of something beautiful, don't forget to count yourself too.
There's a couple of books that I don't share with anyone because I feel like it's just such an unfair advantage in the business world. All of these are psychology based, and this isn't your typical 48 laws of power bull. The first book is Dark Psychology and Manipulation by William Cooper. This book essentially teaches you how to brainwash people. Number 2 is Read People Like a Book by Patrick King. Now this is going to essentially teach you how to be a literal mind reader. The book talks about the pleasure principle and more importantly how you can leverage this for your own personal gain. Book number 3 is Propaganda by Edward Bernays. This is a classic that all marketers need to understand. You see, propaganda and silent influence is how the world is ultimately governed, and the more you understand this, the better you can use it to your advantage. If you want to brainwash yourself from going to irrelevant to truly excellent, make sure you're following for more.
Let me tell you something real quick. It gets better. You will find better because you deserve better. So you will experience better. Now let me tell you this one more time. You will find better. You will get better because you deserve better. Therefore, you will experience better. Now enjoy the rest of your day because you will have a good day. You will have a good rest of your day. And you will not stress about anything else. And if you are stressing about anything else right now, it's okay. Just take a deep breath and go ahead and make sure you have the good rest of your day. Okay? All right, later.
At this age, I want you to live your life. Your life is a book. You got a bunch of chapters in your book, but when they close that book, how good was the book? All right, made some mistakes. Life goes on. You figure out life from this point. You take those moments, you make the best of them because they're life lessons. It's that simple. The sun gonna be up in the morning regardless. And at nighttime, the moon gonna be there. And you gonna look up, these days gonna keep going by. So do you let the days go by and look up and you done wasted a year doing what? Today's another day. It's a morning. Let's all be better than we were yesterday. It can't be bad, but for so long. If you got the strength and the understanding to realize that, shit will change.
You want to achieve something serious, you need to be serious. You can't achieve something seriously impactful if you're joking around and if you're losing your focus all the time and if nothing is important in a way to you. So that means setting priorities, knowing when is the time to invest the energy, when it is the time to release energy, when is it good now to recover, when are you really feeling this is now starting to be the limit. These are all very, very fine aspects that only you know.
How old are you now?
I'm 57.
And if you were to go back in time and have a conversation with your 20-year-old self, what's the best advice you would give to your younger self?
If a bird lands on the branch, does the bird trust the branch or does it trust its wings? And the clue, I've seen many birds land on branches, but what I've never seen is a branch break and the bird fall and die. Trust your wings.
Wow. How long have you been a business owner for?
On my own? 5 years. I branched off and started my own company.
Who was the most important person that you met throughout your career?
My mom.
Yeah.
My mom.
Was she a business owner?
But she taught me the most valuable lesson, and she said, start with a standard. What you accept, you can't change. So if you don't set the standard, the best coaches, the best leaders, you got to play to the standard. So when you start a business, you say, my policy is this.
So in other words, you got to know your worth.
You got to know it. Know your value. You can't give freebies.
What was the most amount of money that you've ever made in a single year?
Well over 7 figures. That's me personally.
What's the most common mistake that you see business owners make in today's world?
Right, so you make the strategy, and they think it's simple. The strategy plus execution equals results. False. Focus on that plus. Strategy plus who owns what in the strategy. When 2 people own the dog dies. I thought you fed the dog. No, I thought you fed the dog dies. So it's deliberately clear who should feed the dog so the dog stays healthy, so my business stays healthy.
Wise man closes his mouth, madman closes his fist.
And believe in yourself, stand up for yourself, fight for yourself, and learn how to speak up. Because I'm just now learning to do that. And a lot of times people would take my kindness for weakness, or think it means I'm not knowledgeable, or think it means I'm fine with just getting walked all over. But those days are long, long gone. And now I have no problem speaking up for myself, because it doesn't feel too good when you regret staying silent. And you're like, man, if only I said this, I wouldn't be feeling like this now. And I don't want to live life having regrets or wishing I moved more the way that I wanted to, or things like that. So you have to teach people how to treat you.
I'm a forgiving person as long as the person comes at me right. But if they continue with their bullshit, I'm not just gonna kiss your ass and like double back. I'm not gonna do that. But if you take that step with me, I'll meet you halfway.
A lot of shit is just like, I'll be over it, because I be having so much other shit going on in my life, like, that actually matters and requires my attention and for me to show up and be happy and shit, that I can't afford to waste my time being mad or bitter or anything like that. Like, that ain't gonna give me no money, and it's only gonna make even more bad shit come your way.
I sort of stopped chasing things. I got to the point in my life where I was like, I'm done chasing things. I'm done chasing people, relationships, friends. I'm done chasing things that might not even really be that good for me, but I'm chasing it and I'm grabbing onto it because what's the alternative? Being alone, and I don't want to be alone. So I would rather settle for these relationships that I shouldn't even be entertaining, but I would do it because I didn't want to be alone. I decided to stop all of that. You need to stop worrying. You need to stop chasing.
As a woman, you have to stop caring about what society thinks. You have to stop caring about what anyone else thinks about you and do you. Literally, and do you faithfully, religiously, and without explanation. A lot of other women will sit and be tight at you, feel have some sort of animosity towards you because you play main character in your own life, and they only tight at that because they sit and play supporting role in their own. If you got the soul of a bad bitch, not even the soul, if your soul came down into this body and you're a bad bitch, you need to confidently own that and walk in that.
Don't give up. You're gonna go through trials and tribulations, but it's like, as long as you believe in yourself and you know what you want to do, stay with that mindset and make it happen. Like, do what you got to do to get where you want to be.
I love that. Yeah, that was real good. I feel like getting discouraged is like people's biggest battle. Like,
if this person doesn't want you, you let them go because someone else will come and someone better will come, because you are an abundant being, and that's what a hot person believes about themselves. A hot person knows that this is my world, this is my life, and it's gonna be the best one I have. I'm gonna enjoy this life, I'm gonna live my best life, and God is gonna help me with that. And that's why a hot person is not desperate. Now, a non-hot person, they will be desperate and they will be chasing. For example, if someone doesn't want them, they're like chase them even more because they think that if this person doesn't want me, that means I'm not good enough. No.